Hey guys, welcome back to Pictorial Reviews. We've got one that I've been looking forward to for, it seems like a year or even more. They released prototypes of this guy and then kind of went silent, and then all of a sudden he was out. But it's Generation Toys GT-11 Red Bull. So you can see it is a Red Bull. It's an obvious sideswipe, but it's a different take on him. Cybertronian beast mode, as you can see here. These designs are borrowed from, I don't remember the name of the artist, but it's from this T-Beast. It's like a fan design project that he did and put out in book format and things like that. Really cool stuff. Look it up again, T-Beast, and you'll see where a lot of these designs, these Cybertronian beasts, are coming from. But alright, giving you guys a roundabout here. Again, he is a Red Bull. That's the name. Now, lengthwise, he is about the length of a Masterpiece car. So I'm getting about 6 inches on the dot. Extend the tail there for it. So maybe 6.5-ish. Yeah, just before 6.5, I'd say. So there is ab crunch, and these tabs on these silver parts here are supposed to go inside, but I actually kind of like having him using the ab crunch and a bit more bent over. He looks more intimidating that way. It's just your choice, but just letting you know that you can have him completely flat backed if you want to. So the head, up and down movement, it has some rotation, not much. The mouth does open partially, but still it opens. So, only to about there. And if you zoom in, you can see it even has little silver teeth in there, which is a nice detail, definitely not necessary. The arms, or legs, these also double as the shoulders, so it's the same upper body and things like that. Alright, and then, not really outward movement, up and down though, or I guess in and out, it butterflies. No rotation here, pretty locked. There is bend at this leg here, it can go back, but it doesn't go like forward much or anything like that. These hooves are on ball joints, alright. So same thing with the back legs, they're about the same. And in play, they tab in pretty well, but just watch it, they don't have like outward swing or anything like that, so it's probably best if you grip it, you know, and do that so they don't become disconnected. But these do move back and forth here at the thigh. And then again at the elbow. There's another piece of the leg there that moves. And then the hoof. The tail, lots of articulation there. So there's an upward, a sideways, another up and down, then another sideways, and then the tip of the tail up and down itself. This has all kinds of movement. So this is a separate weapon. It can come out to become his blaster. While I've got him doing the splits here, this is what I meant by those pieces getting disconnected. Just make sure you've got him planted. And he stays well. Stays well when he stays well. Alright, but this is a double hinge in itself. This moves up and down. So of course this becomes the shoulder blaster for him in his bot mode as well. It doesn't disconnect, but you do have some options there in terms of pointing it to one side or to the other and things like that. A bit more when he's in bot mode and you actually have it hinged over its shoulder because it can switch sides and things, but this is meant to stay centered there. So it does have an LED gimmick, 2 LR 521 cell batteries. I just realized something was on in the background. Turn that off. And it's just the tip of the gun. So the gun itself lights up. Not really the most impressive thing to me. Nice bright light, but I don't know. It feels like more of a flashlight than anything a blaster would really do, you know? It's a decent look. I mean, it's not bad. It's just kind of unnecessary in my opinion. But I'm not going to knock options. I don't like it, so I just press it down and don't use it. But yeah. Again, the light's back on. We'll get this into one of my favorite animal style poses, and since this can actually do the ab crunch,
tilt. Zoom in a little bit more, make sure we're tight focus. Get some bokeh in the background there.
Yeah. Get this guy transformed, show off the robot mode. Alright, now we got him all transformed. He's sitting here next to Generation Toy Gorilla. I think that's GT-10 actually. The swords on this one never stayed on well, so just an FYI about that in case you're looking for it, but they look good together. Size-wise, masterpiece-ish scale here, so he is about 6 3/4 inches tall, between 6 1/2, 6 3/4, somewhere in there. And of course, Gorilla is just under 9 inches. He's about 8 3/4 from what I'm seeing. So, good size disparity in between them. I do like, though, that this one, and I hate these swords, to be honest with you. Oh, he's just falling all over the place. Alright. I like that this one comes with the light up eyes, just simple push button. I think it's a lost opportunity with having that blaster light up instead of just his eyes or something like that. But it's what it is. I guess it's better than nothing, but it's not really a feature I'd use. I mean, it's bright, but a light up shoulder cannon. Okay. Now, taking a look at the figure itself. For a Cybertronian animal mode, I gotta say, it's pretty clean. Of course, you have like the bull legs there, mixture of the bull head, it's integrated into the chest there, but it all just looks good. In fact, I like the silhouette of him better than the Masterpiece side swipes. He's just not as wide, actually has a V-taper to him and things like that. Now looking at the articulation, the shoulder cannon, I know it's not necessarily figure articulation, can rotate all around. You can put it on either side if you want, disconnect the gun. So it's pretty cool. The shoulder cannon itself rotates as well. So lots of options there with that. Or you could just put it back and kind of get it out of the way if you want to do that. So, and we'll do that for the sake of this. But it goes up and down. And then 360. So it has that on one joint, that swing joint, and then this is like a pin or something like that. It's a whole separate joint, but it kind of emulates a ball joint. Alright, shoulders around, and you can saw there, it does go up and down. This actually tabs into place, so watch that. Outwards, so if you want, you can move this up a bit to get more. The chest flexes in and out, that's not necessarily tabbed, so that's cool. Alright, I like the shoulders being a bit up though, so I'm gonna leave them there. Nice tight friction joints too. Bicep swivel. Elbows. Alright, make sure arms are on the right side. So double jointed, but still only gets about 90 degrees. Nothing too crazy there. Wrist. They are on a ball joint, so a little bit of rock, but 360. Hands do have some articulation. The thumb goes in and out. It's more for transformation than anything. And then the fingers are all on one joint there, and they all go in and out together. Waist, 360. Lots of ab crunch. Not a crazy. Back bend actually just goes to straight, so nothing crazy there. These go out, so outwards, not a ton. This is all on a hinge. This front hip skirt piece is actually connected to the hip swing, so, and then not much in terms of back, but then, yeah, it's blocked by the hip armor, I guess you would call it, thigh armor, but it keeps it from going back more. So I may do something like I did with Gorilla, mod it, cut that a bit, and give it some more back swing, but we'll see. Now, in terms of thigh swivel, it does have it, but you kind of have to take it out for it to swivel because of how this is shaped, how thick it is. Knees, double jointed, lots of knee bend there. Alright, so unfortunately this rocker's all one big contraption, but lots of ankle tilt. And then feet go up and down, back and forth, and yeah. Lots of ankle tilt, it's just kind of ugly. Let's get this gun in his hand and get that thumb out. And the gun does tab in. We'll bring that out just to spice him up a little bit. There we go. See if we can't get some more light on him.
This looks pretty dark there.
Yeah, good stuff. And lastly, we're going to go ahead and look at his attachments. Not really the most necessary thing in my opinion when it comes to a beast version of Sideswipe, but you know, it's what it is. I'd rather have options I don't want than no options. Alright, so you do it just by getting the hand back like you're transforming it again or something. And this part's kind of a pain because you have to rotate it and it's pretty tight on there. I'd rather have it tight than not, but you know. So then there's that. Then on the other hand, we will get this out of the way. Now, just remember to get the hands back in, you have to press the thumb in. Get that back. Then they're just tabs in the top that they tab in at. And we will do a landing pose with it. Why not? Utilize that ab crunch. A little bit more natural than he's feeling off top.
Yeah, I kind of want them. There we go.
Get that piece right though. I don't really know a good way to make that look from there. Maybe if we did that.
Okay, that's better. What's better? Yeah, I'll take that.
And once again, this has been Generation Toys' GT-11 Red Bull, a T-Beast inspired type of Sideswipe, and it came out good. I actually like this one functionally better than Gorilla. Highly recommend it. So, if you want to order yours, TF Source, link will be in the description. Check out the full article and gallery on kumastyle.com. Thank you guys for watching. As always, thanks for your support in general, and I'll see you next review.